Hey everyone, thanks for being here today on Decisive Learnings. I'm Henry Ho and I'm an entrepreneur, digital marketer, and most importantly, a software enthusiast. It's been a while since I gone live. I think the last one was probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Because I've been busy with some of my other businesses, and but I'm glad that I'm back right now. So today I have Artavazd. He's the founder of Leanbe, and Leanbe is a data-driven roadmap prioritization tool. So any of you who are looking to build certain features on your website or your app or your SaaS, whichever it is, I think that Leanbe could be something that you want to be looking into, right? So let me bring on Artavets right now. Hey,
Hello,
how is it going?
everything is great. How are you?
Awesome, right? I'm great. A little sleepy right now. Just had my lunch, in fact, but I'm good to go, right? So, Artavets, maybe before we get started, before we dive in to your webinar, maybe you want to share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and why did you start Lean B?
Yeah, sure. So I am from Armenia. The whole team is from Armenia. We started Limbi because of our own problems that we had before with our own products. The problem was that we never knew how to prioritize correctly the roadmap, and since we didn't have so much experience in product management, etc., we were facing these issues. Then we found out some solutions on the internet, and we saw that there is these solutions. They don't have the data-driven prioritization part. They all are based on the product manager's biased opinions. So that's how we came up with the idea of Limby, and how we can help product managers to prioritize correctly the roadmap.
Awesome, right? I
Yeah.
think a lot of people will be really excited to hear more about Lean B, and because there's actually quite a big flood of roadmap tools out there. We've seen quite a couple of them on lifetime deal, in fact. So maybe you want to share with us as well, like where does Lean B differs from
Yes.
your
Yes.
competitors as well. Do you want me to bring up your screen, Artifacts?
Yes. We can start from there. Yeah.
Awesome. Right. So I'll be listening in.
Yeah.
Glad to hear what you have to share about Leanbe.
Sure. So what the main difference with Limby with the competitors is the AI part. So here, let me show you how it works. So the AI basically takes some inputs from the user, or the feedback that you get for your business, and taking this feedback, we are able to prioritize your roadmap. So basically means that if, for example, one feature request has 21 upvotes and another has 34, doesn't necessarily mean that the one with most upvotes should be higher, should be prioritized better, because we analyze who are these people, what possibilities and what value can they bring for your business, and based on this analysis we are able to prioritize these features the way it should be prioritized. So basically this is the main advantage, but let me get into the admin panel and show you how it works. So I am already logged in. So first, when you start with Limby, you have to go on an onboarding, and during the onboarding, there are several steps that you have to take. First, you have to create your project. Then you have to customize it, like customize the logo, the font, etc. Invite your teammates, set up your standalone page, and then create a widget. Regarding the standalone and the widget, I will talk about that later. But let me tell you that these steps are can be skipped. They are optional. So like myself, for example, I skipped these steps. That's why I'm in the dashboard already. So how it works? First, let me tell you that there are three main steps. First is a feedback collection. Let me get back just for a minute again here. Sorry, to the home page. Okay, so we start by collecting the feedback. So feedback collection happens in several ways. I will talk about that later. Then we analyze that data. We are able to prioritize the roadmap, and then you build the features based on what we prioritized first, and then you notify your users that okay, these features are ready, and depending on their engagement and interaction with these features, we are able to again collect feedback and then analyze, etc. So the cycle keeps repeating itself, and the AI gets improving every time that there is more data. So this is the lean cycle. We use the lean cycle, but it's adapted to our product. So basically, that's how it works. And regarding feedback collection, there are three ways of collecting feedback. First is the admin panel. So this is a very good tool for the team itself. So the team can come here and they can create feature requests. They can talk internally about the feature request and etc. So this admin panel is for the people inside the company. So for example, for creating a feature request, you can enter the title, details, priority status, etc., and publish the feature request. So there are several statuses for the feature requests. These are customizable, all of them. You can delete, edit, or etc. There is only one status that is not customizable, and it's awaiting approval, which is because there are some feature requests that come from customers that you don't want to show them to the users, so you can approve them before getting them public. So this was the first way of collecting feature requests. The second way is using our Chrome extension. So we have a browser extension, as you can see here, which, for example, I think I'm sharing my tab only, so you won't be able to see it right now in action. But the thing is that whenever you are in a website, let's say here in Google, and you want to grab any text and send it as a feature request to Leanbe, you can do it right here. So you select the text, you click on the button, and then a new tab gets created, and inside that tab you can create your feature request based on the text you selected. So that's how the extension works. And another thing that I wanted to share you, the third way of doing this is using our standalone page. Let me go to the standalone page settings and show you. Okay, so we give you a standalone page, which if you, for example, let me copy this link. If you go there, you will see a page which is completely separate from our website, from Leanbe, and you can customize also the domain. So here it can be anything you want, and you can customize the look and feel, and you can redirect all your customers here whenever they want to create features. So they can come here to the feature request tab and request any feature they want from here. So this standalone page is also another way to collect feature requests. So that's basically the first step. The second step, the roadmap. Let me go back. So we have a roadmap here, which, by the way, right now it is not public, but next step, actually today we are going to have a release, and today we are going to release the roadmap, the public roadmap, and then you will be able to see this publicly. So the roadmap is based on objectives. You can create objectives. As you can see right now, I have these 4 objectives for my business. Let's say improve product quality, increase profits, grow active users and retain users, etc. So yeah, so this is the way it goes. So you can attach any roadmap item can be attached to an objective. So let's say you have like 10 features that you need to do to be able to reach this objective. You can do that. And another thing to mention here is that the roadmap items right now are separate from the feature requests itself. But in the update that we are going to have today, you will be able to use the feature requests you have already there in the feature request sections here for the roadmap. So that's how you get the roadmap created, and these columns will be also editable in the update. You can drag the columns, rename them, etc. Anything it will be possible. And that's it. That's the roadmap. And the third part is the notifications. So for the notifications, you can, for example, embed our widget. We have a widget which can be created here. You can customize the widget, the name of it. You can show how do you want to launch it, the size, etc., colors. Everything is customizable, and that at the end you get something like this. You can embed this by embedding the code that we give you. For example, let me show you the widget that I already have here. So we give you a code like this, and you embed this in your website, and you will be able to embed this button in your website if you have selected button. But if you select link, you will be able to set this on any link you want, like it is in our homepage. As you can see in our homepage, it is a link, so it says what's new, and you click it and the widget gets opened. So this is how it works. And whenever the public roadmap feature is live, you will be able to also have a tab for the roadmap here, and also in the standalone. And I think that's the part. And the last part regarding the prioritization and the AI is not ready yet. We are collecting the data we need, and we are testing the model right now. But at the end of the year, you will be able to see the score that we get for each item, and prioritize based on that score. Sorry. And basically that's it. You have a dashboard where you can see all the activity. Right now I don't have any activity, that's why it's empty, but you will be able to see graphs here, charts, and and that's it. Let me also tell you that we have a lifetime deal right now, and the lifetime deal gives you codes, and you can redeem those codes by going in this section. And depending on how many codes you redeem, you get the possibility to have more projects and more number of team members. Let me go to the pricing section and show you that. So we have 2 plans right now. The first one is the business plan, which gives you access to 1 project and 3 team members. And we have an agency plan, which gives you 5 projects and 15 team members. Anything else is the same besides one feature, the branding. With the business plan, you can remove the branding, and with the agency plan, you can customize the branding. By the way, you can select as many codes as you want here. You can select, let's say, 4 codes, and this increases the number of projects and the team members. So if you buy 4 codes, you get all this. So this is the lifetime deal we have currently, and if you want to see our standard plans, you can go to the standard plans tab, but I think that's not relevant right now because everyone is buying their lifetime deals as soon as they are live. So that's regarding the pricing. And regarding what is coming next, right? First, the AI and the AI is the most important component that will be ready. and it's expected to be ready at the end of this year. And but besides the AI, we want to have integration with the most important task management systems like Jira, Asana, etc. So you will be able to get your features from your roadmap can be built upon the task you already have there. So it will be seamlessly integrated with these project management systems. And also we want to have integrations with Slack and some chatbots. So many integrations are expected. For that, we are going to have API and webhooks also. So if you want to have your custom integration, you will be able to do that. And that's kind of what you can expect from Limby this year. And yeah, I think that's it. Well, I think that's the basic part of Limby. Yeah.
Right.
So,
I
Henry.
yes. Afterwards, I just want to ask, right?
Yes.
What how does the AI model actually help us?
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
why would I need to use that?
Yeah, sure. So let me explain this way. Let's say you have like 10 features, and you don't know which one to do first, because, well, first you have to do a very good research to be able to know which one to do first. Second, after the research, you still may have some questions and may have some doubts in you, because let's say one day comes the marketing team and they ask for another feature. So you had planned to do a feature that a customer requested, but then the marketing team comes and tells you, okay, I need this button right now because it's very important for us. So there are many aspects whenever it comes to prioritization. You have to, as a product manager, you have to take into account all of these aspects. So Limby helps product managers in this process. How the AI knows which one is more important for you? Well, because there are several inputs that must be analyzed. First, we have to analyze all the people, all the customers, all the visitors that are requesting features. So we have to analyze if they are already paying you money or not. We have to know if they are willing to pay you money if you would have this feature. This is the revenue aspect. Then we have the retention aspect. Yes, so the existing customers, if you want to retain them, maybe they are using a feature a lot and they need a button inside that feature, so some additional functionality inside that feature itself. So uh, we analyze the retention too. And the third one is the usability and the accessibility. I mean, how usable is your product? So we analyze also the actions of the users, and you will be able to know if, okay, after that I did this, the usability of my product was much better or worsened. I don't know. So the AI gets this data, and it updates after the results. So whenever you get the results, it analyzes the results, and let's say if it was mistaken this time, next time it will be better. Next time it will get better and better. So basically, the AI gets learning and getting better every time. So the first time it will be like very, I don't know, the accuracy will be like at 50%, something like that. But then the accuracy will get improving depending on the usage and on the customers and all the feedback that you can gather. So that's how basically the AI works.
So how do you then bring in those data, like um people who voted for this particular features? How are you connecting with our billing system to find out that they
Mm,
are actually paying subscribers? Like how do
good
you?
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, we don't connect to your billing system or your database or something like that. No, nothing at all. So we give you a code that you embed in your website, and you don't have to tell us the exact. You don't have to tell us any numbers. So the thing is that we need to know the plans you have, but the plans, the names and the prices are not relevant to us. So you can tell us, I have three plans. The first plan is 10 times better than the second plan, and the second plan is three times better than the third plan. So you tell us the plans you have and their priorities for you. So you tell us that this is, because not always the platinum plan is the best plan, right? Maybe you need to sell more your gold plan. It's more important for you, it's more relevant for you to sell the gold plan. So you tell us how much important each plan is for you, and then whenever a customer subscribes to you, when they subscribe to any plan, you tell us that a customer subscribed to B plan. So something like this. It's, we don't need the real data, we don't need their names, we don't need their prices, we don't need that, but we need to know how many people subscribe to this plan, and we are able to identify the user by some ID that we create internally. And with this ID, we can track the usage of this user. So how is this user interacting with your product? What is he doing? And what other things he's doing in your system? And this way, we are able to gather all the data that we need to be able to output the three things that I was talking about.
Sorry, where do
Oh,
we
yeah.
input this
Yeah.
piece of code? Actually, do we put that in, let's say if we are going to use it in the SaaS business, then do we put that in the SaaS, in the web
Yes,
app itself?
that's right.
So
And
then you will be able
also,
to track the activities.
yes. So also these activities that are getting tracked, they're also customizable. So you can, for example, allow us to track some things and disallow us to track another thing. So depending on what you allow, we will be able to get the data that. um, for example, like I said, we have three outputs, right? So, for example, for retention, for revenue, for example, we need to know which plan the user uses. And if you don't tell us which plan the user is subscribed to, then we won't be able to predict that revenue will increase if this user, I don't know, if you do this feature. So depending on what information you give us, we will be able to predict any of these three outputs. And so if you don't give us any information, if you don't give us any data, we won't be able to predict anything. So the you will have only the number of upvotes, and that's it. So with the upvote, you can decide what to do next. But the main idea behind all of this is that we can have the data and we can uh, predict what to do next based on the data.
I see. So once we insert this piece of tracking code,
Yeah.
you will be able to identify the user as well when
Yeah.
they make certain feature requests.
Yeah. So the user for us is just an ID. We don't know anything about him. You don't have to provide us his phone number, his email, or any other information. We just need to know that the person that is moving his mouse right now in this page has the ID 74 for us. Not, it's not your internal ID, your database ID.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, so we need this somehow to separate the users one from another, right?
Yeah. So we have a question here from
Yeah,
Aditya, right? He says he asked projects are separate workspaces. Is that correct? Also, we can give specific team members access to specific projects, correct?
that's correct. Yeah,
Yep. Okay, that's great. So um I can see that the biggest difference is the upcoming AI model.
yeah.
Uh when will it be ready again?
Uh, we plan to launch a beta version at the end of this year. So I believe late late December. Yeah.
I see. How would you, maybe convince others, right? Because there have been quite a few other roadmap tools,
Yes.
and each one actually focuses on different aspect, I would say. Some focus on the UI, some focus on the integrations as well. So, how would you, convince some of us who are actually on the fence right now with Leanbe, uh, or maybe not even looking at Leanbe right now because let's say I already have my own roadmap too, which I think a lot of
Yes.
people are going to say that to you as well. So,
Yes.
what would you say to them to convince us to look at Leanbe much closely?
Yes. Sure. So the thing that differentiates Limby from the competitors is that we are customer centered. So anything we do is customer specific. So any other product, what they do is they are task centered, so they are task based. So you have like tasks, and you know how much effort you need to do this task, and you know, okay, this task is, I don't know, 74 people they want this task, okay, let's do it, and then I will update the users, etc. So they are task based. And whatever Limby does, everything is customer centric. So we analyze each one of the people that are there, and also we give you the data inside Limby itself. So it, I didn't show you, there was a tab there, it was called tracked users. So in that, inside that tab, you are able to see all the users and their interaction with your product and everything they are doing. So you can actually you can know what is going on behind Limby, and you will know that how we think that this feature is more important for you to be developed. And that's the main key. That's the main key, because um, there are some prioritization frameworks, right? Everyone knows it. There is the Kano model, there is the Rice model, the Moscow model, etc. There are many models that help you prioritize your roadmap. Any good product manager, they know these frameworks. But the problem with these frameworks is that they have inputs that the product manager itself has to give you. Like, for example, the Rice model has the reach input, the impact input. So how do you know if how much impact is this feature is going to get? It's just a biased opinion. It's subjective. It's subjective to what the product manager thinks at that moment. So what Limby does is give you the data, so you can know that, you can be sure that, okay, not 100% sure, but you will have a percentage of, let's say, 80% or 90% sure that, okay, if I do this, it's going to be more important for me than if I do that another feature. So this is basically the main idea behind that. Because any other features like integrations, like you said, okay, the integrations, we can have them as soon as we want. So it's not a problem. It's not a problem to integrate with Jira, actually. uh, Integrating with Jira, it means that we need to have some webhooks, and we have to have an API, and we have to connect to the API of Jira, etc. So it's straightforward, and it can take, let's say, 1 week to our developers to do it. So we will have it in 1 week. So it's not a problem. But for us, this is not the main idea. So we can have all the features that you want, but the most important part is that the idea, so the general vision. So the vision we have is that we can use the data to prioritize the roadmap correctly, accurately.
Yeah, that's great. So, I think the important thing is, we shouldn't be looking at Lean B as yet another roadmap tool, but the focus of Lean B is actually for product managers to look at the the feature requests, and prioritize them correctly. Okay,
Yes.
and not just looking at the number of votes, which is what I think a lot of the
Yes.
roadmaps are doing, right? And I think sometimes that number gets skewed in a way, just like, for example, the feature requests for lean b as well. It could be that people want a specific integration, right?
Yes.
But that may not be the core of lean b or the focus of lean b. The focus is,
Yes.
putting that AI model into the feedback collection and prioritization process, right? So I think that being having the AI model built into lean b, it helps the product manager to pick the uh
Exactly.
right ones to prioritize first, so that it doesn't just make your users happy, right? It also makes your bank account looks happy also.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's the important part of lean b. I think some people were quite crazy about some roadmap tools in the past,
Yes.
because they were saying, oh, the UI is beautiful, this is this roadmap tool is beautiful, it's mobile friendly, I can uh scroll left and right, horizontally, vertically,
Yes.
on the mobile. And I think those features, those design aspects are definitely beautiful, and it makes your users happy. But uh like I said, right, you got to also manage your wallet as well. So I think
Sure.
Leanbe does a good job at that. Right? Is there any other questions? If you have, we have got some people on the stream as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Right? So if not, Artavazd, is there anything that we can expect to see? You're saying that the AMI model will be out by the end of this year,
Yes, that's right.
right? So that means there's about another two
Yeah.
months to
And
go before we can see
yeah, and
the
before that,
AI
we will
feature.
have many other updates. It doesn't mean that we are just expecting that for this year. We are going to have at least one update per week. So today we are going to have another update, which is the public roadmap. The roadmap will be public, and it will be fully customizable. So and many other features are coming until the end of this year. So yeah.
I see. That's great. What other major updates will we be seeing before the end of this year as well, other than just the AI model?
We expect to have the webhooks and the API part, because this is very important for us to be able to integrate, to start the integrations, right? So I can, I am not sure if we will have as how many integrations we will have, but I think that we will have some. So maybe we will have an integration with an integration platform like Zapier or Integrately or something like this. So I hope that at, until the end of this year, we will have some integrations in the AI model. So that's well. I'm not talking about minor features. So many things are getting fixed every day, and many features are getting added to the existing sections.
I see. That would be awesome, because I think that um webhooks and webhooks integrations are very important, I would say,
Yeah, sure.
right? So that we can connect it with our own project management
Exactly.
tools. But
Yeah.
because right now, we are in the lifetime deal stage, and the community is made out of lifetime deal users as well. So a lot of tools that a lot of project management tools that we use are also uh, from previous lifetime deals as well. Is there any plans as well to integrate with certain um, project management tools that were popular with the lifetime deal community?
Yeah. They were popular in the Light and Dig community. Well, actually, I'm not sure because right now the priorities is like I said, Jira and Asana. But well, it depends on how many requests we have for that. Because again, you can go to our website and request a feature by using Leanbe itself. So you can everyone that needs an integration can go and request it, and we will do our best to have it as soon as possible. But but yeah, so I think the most important part first is to have the Integrately and Zapier, and then have I don't know, Jira, Asana, Slack, maybe. So these integrations are the most popular and the important ones.
Awesome, right? So those of you who have Leanbe with you and you want to integrate with some of your project management tools, be sure to head over to Leanbe's roadmap and put in the feature request as well, right? Otherwise, I think that's all the questions I have. Artavaz, do you have anything else that you'd like to share with us before we end of the stream?
No, I would say that if you want to stay connected with us and see all the updates and everything, we have a Facebook group there. You can join us. It's called Limby Family, so you can go there and join us, and you will get all the I don't know. You will get to know anything we are doing in Limby and how is everything progressing. But still, besides that, we will be updating our widget that we have in our website, so any updates can be seen there too. And I think we have some discount prepared for today, right? So you can,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
Let
you
me
can
just
announce that.
share that in a moment.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so there is a 20% discount for is this for the lifetime deal only, or does it work for the monthly plans or annual plans that you have?
I think it will work for both of them, but I think nobody since there is a lifetime deal. Why should you go right for the monthly plans?
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah,
But we you
it's
never
too
know,
much.
right? Some people want to
Sure.
test it out a couple of months and see, and some people might opt for the monthly plan
Ah,
first
yeah, sure.
before committing. Right. So I'm just sharing the discount code right here. It is you just head over to leanb.ai and go over to their pricing page. Okay, or you can click on the link that we have in the video description or the Facebook post itself. Okay, and you can just choose the number of codes that you want. One code is the business plan, two codes and above is the agency plans, and you will be able to get 20% off the prices that are listed. Okay, the discount code is this one right here. Use your LTDs. It's all capitalized, and you'll be able to get 20% discount for the next 24 hours. Right.
By the way,
Yep.
if you just want to try the product, there is a trial period, so you can use the trial period to see it. Yeah.
Right. So you have a trial on your website as well,
Yes, that's right.
right? So they do have a trial. If you want to test it out first before committing to Lean um, you can make use of the trial and then use the discount code. Maybe if you see this code right now, you want to make use of it, go ahead. Right. And I think that's anything else that you like to share after that?
No, I think that's it. If you have
Right, awesome.
any
It's
questions,
great to
yeah.
have you here, and we will have this video. Those of you who missed out on this, it's going up on the my YouTube channel as well, so you can view the entire interview that I have with Artavaz. And that's all I have. Thanks so much for being here, Artavaz. I'll see you around. Bye bye.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much as well. Bye bye.